Good morning, guys. We are at 7211 Rising Moon. It's going to be the first video walkthrough, and it's great because this one has a lot of things to talk about. It's not a bad house, but it has a little bit of, you'll see. All right, so this is the street that you take to come in. This is probably not going to have any egress out of this neighborhood, which means the only traffic you have coming past your house is going to be the people close in. Foothill living, this is what we're looking at. You got great views of these mountains, and I'll tell you, every time we drive up this way, I always point out that house right up there to my wife. Like, I love this area. I love the size of that house and like all the different peaks. Anyways, we're not talking about this house, just talking about the area right now. It's really good. Let's take a look at the concrete really quick. You can obviously see that it's asphalt for the portion of the street that you guys aren't having to be maintaining, but it's in a little bit of disrepair. You can see, once again, sidewalk's not your responsibility, but there's cracks there. You have good water runoff that direction. But then if we look at these pads going up, this is a very long driveway. Look for these cracks here with me, all right? So we got a crack in that pad, a crack in that pad. And what I'm calling a pad is one section of that concrete. So there's a crack in that pad, crack in that pad. There's a few cracks in this one here, and you see how they're all coming together there. There's a little bit of a lip here. Fun fact, trip hazard is 1/4 of an inch. So if there's any lifting, according to the VA, there's any lifting of 1/4 of an inch, which is right there, that could be, there's definitely more than 1/4 inch here. That could be a condition. Another crack in this pad here, another crack in this pad here. Typically you don't see that, all right? Typically I'd also walk into the house at this point, but we're gonna walk around the outside of the house. Taking a look, the paint throughout the entirety of the house, or I'm sorry, the entirety of the exterior of the house could use with some improvements. This little seam here is actually the siding where it comes together, so it just needs more caulk. It's not a crack. That's not a crack between the ones. It just needs a little bit more caulk. Down here, while this looks cosmetic in nature, once you get through that exterior layer of the siding and you start seeing this here, water's going to get in there and it's going to start expanding that compressed wood, and then you're going to have that piece down there failing. Taking a look at the deck, it's not stained, so it's open to the elements. You can kind of see a little bit of the effects of not staining here. But the deck specifically for VA loan, anything over 2 stairs requires handrails. They might need a handrail. And we'd have to see what the appraiser says about the rest of the deck, because with that gap, that could be a fall hazard. Another set of stairs over here. They'll probably need another set of railings over here. Now, I'm going to show you the other side of the chimney, but you can see where that compressed wood is starting to expand along the chimney. At the top on this side doesn't look too terribly bad. There's 2 ways to get into the backyard, this side and then the other side. There's no way to get in the backyard from inside the house. The reason why we're coming over here is I want to show you this up here. All right, notice how the roof comes right up against the chimney there, and then you see a little bit of discoloration, and then you start seeing things just getting really rough as you're coming down. All this wood has had the water running right off of that roof up against the chimney, and then running right down the side of the chimney, which causes that to start getting damaged. So you have a little bit of siding damage all along this piece, but you see, every once in a while, you can see a little bit of bowing in right in that center seam right there. It kind of bows in, but they've caulked it. They've caulked up there, and there's a few different places that they've caulked the seams. You can see that when they first put it in, it's kind of coming apart a little bit. This is your foundation. This house does have a basement, but notice that big crack there. I'm not a structural engineer. Couldn't tell you if that is cosmetic or something worse. You'll see those seams all across the outside, and then a little bit of extra, more recent puttying there. You got another crack down here in the foundation. This thing here is your radon mitigation system, and all it is a low voltage fan that pushes radon out above the house, so it gets it out of your house. But you can see all these little cracks, and basically what I'm trying to impart upon you is that the outside is a little bit weathered, would be the term that I would use. I'm seeing a couple more little cracks right here. and then I'll start speeding this up a little bit. Kind of want to just impart upon you kind of condition at the outside. You can see a lot of touch-up work and things like that. Little cracks. There's another spot that I saw cracking just like that. Not so good. And I 100% would recommend, if you didn't get this fixed, residing the entirety of the house before it does get to be a problem. Up there's a little attic vent, and there's something in there. Like something's going on. It looks like 3 different sheets of